Oh, that doesn't sound good. Yeah, that's like not a good recovery coming through that curve. Oh, there's other boats on the water that they need to get out of here.
Well, these ones just ran, they're not hydrants, they're called like runabouts. One big saltwater fish out here. Those are little hydrants. You can see them into the...
Next down you here. before he comes in, we're going to Here comes Denise Morris. B-Mod Hydros, let's get you in the water and turned around. B-Mods, why don't you use this opportunity to warm those B-Mod Hydros up?
Well, my camera's got about 12% left on it, so I'm going to go back to the rig and power up some. They've got probably, look how pretty the water is. Yeah. They probably have, I don't know, a couple more hours out here. I do love myself some water and some palm trees, that's for sure. And although it's got to be, I'm sure, in the 90s, probably mid-90s out here, that water sure makes a nice cool breeze. Yeah. What a beautiful weekend. You can kind of still see him out there. And that's California on the other side. I figured the footage I have so far is probably at least an hour's worth. At least. I tend to film more than one probably needs to see. I'm a thorough person. That's what I am. There's the water again. Oh, well, I hope my cohort and fun things to do in the desert was here with me today. I'm pretty sure he was. I felt him probably about 3 different times, and I saw an energy signature. That's about the best way of putting it. So I think he was here. Like I said, we were planning on coming out here this winter to watch races, but we missed it in November when we were looking at it. We missed it by 1 weekend. And actually, I heard from one of the team's owners out here. He said that the drag boat races are next weekend. I don't know. They just do drags. They don't do round and circles of race routine. I might have to recalibrate my schedule because I do like myself some drag racing too. Matter of fact, I asked my kids, oh my gosh, probably about 15, 20 years ago, hey, I want a drag race. Would you guys be my pit crew? They're like, no, and you're not racing either. And I'm like, why not? They're like, because we want our mom to be around for a while. And I'm like, but. And that was the end of that conversation. So, but man, I think it'd be just fun. Yeah. Hit 200 miles an hour on a drag strip. Oh my gosh, that would be so much fun. Anyway, we are now going to go into the massive building this is. I figured out how to, well, sort of get around in it. And, yeah. I drank, $6, three cups worth of Dr. Pepper down there. It was kind of diluted, but it hit the spot, that's for sure, sitting out there. All right, see you later.